Hey there folks, Jay here. I promised a short video on some of the equipment that I use to photograph the ISS, and aside from the tripod that you're sitting on, this is it. It is basically a Simmons spotting scope. There's your specs on it right there. All I did was add a Picatinny rail right here and a zip tie to help stabilize it as the super glue dries. Also, the super glue only attaches the Picatinny rail to the rubber armor on the outside, so this helps stabilize that as well. There's a sight mark red dot on there, as you can see, and if you turn it on, you've got a sight there. This obviously is the tripod mount, focuser, and the way you use this, well, you hold it kind of like this. You can add a grip down here to hold it, but you look through the red dot right here and slide up and then follow along as the object moves across your field of view. The best shots that I got were the ones done with the sun still up. I mean, it was just below the horizon, the sky was still blue. The station actually appeared out from behind some thunderheads through some slightly hazy sky, and I just finally got it as it started to go away. I think the furthest view I could get was like 1,200 some odd miles or 1,300 or something like that before it went away, but it went behind some clouds. It was quite interesting. I didn't think I was going to get anything, and I finally got something. Then when I was putting the video together, we had one humdinger of a thunderstorm. This is just the dust cover for the eyepiece. I drilled a hole, as you can see right there, and then I added this foam to it. And the foam, I cut a hole in the foam that is the same diameter as the eyepiece, and I pressed it down flat on a table and then glued this piece of foam, this larger piece of foam, to it, and then used a black Sharpie and made sure everything was good and dark so there's no glare. And to hold the phone in place, I carefully held the phone in place and glued in a couple of these lower pieces right here, these inner lower pieces, to center the phone, let those cure, and then I built up pieces around the outside of it right here that allows the phone to slide in and out like a drawer. Sorry folks, this is a very hastily made video. I've got to head to work here shortly. But anyway, to stabilize it, before I actually put all this on, I added these. These are just angled bits of foam. It's quite stiff, and it doesn't really move that much, and that holds the phone perpendicular to the dust cover. And when the dust cover is threaded on, the thread has been timed by marking the dust cover when it's level with the scope. So it always goes on like this. So anyway, I didn't really expect this to do much. I mainly designed this for looking at the sun and with the appropriate solar filter, and also to do some planet viewing. I've done a little bit of viewing, but unfortunately right now most of the bigger planets I want to look at are under my feet at night, so I'll have to wait for that. Also, this should be good with the moon. As soon as I get some video or some photographs that will work well with that, I'll see about putting them up. And this video is actually inspired by a comment on my first astrophotography video. One of the commenters made a comment about wanting to be able to use a cell phone, or wishing they could use a cell phone to take pictures of things in space. Well, that's the adaptation of this. This is actually a modification of a modification that I've seen around several different places. One of them uses, I think, a piece of cardboard, which really cardboard is just not that helpful. I think another one used a piece of wood. All of them seem to use tape and rubber bands to hold the phone in place, which really doesn't work well in my experience. Tape and rubber bands, the phone slides everywhere. The biggest trick is making sure that the phone is the correct distance away from your eyepiece. Now this eyepiece I took apart, cleaned it up really well. It had some problems, a little bit dirty, and I actually removed one piece of glass from the optical stack in here. I think it was designed to keep dirt out of the prisms, but in reality all it was doing was just messing with my optics. When I pulled it out, it cleared the optics up quite a bit. If you want to try that, that's fine, but you will void any warranty you have on the equipment if you do that. Even taking it apart will do that. The height of the phone lens from the eyepiece is a big deal. You can experiment by moving the phone in and out, moving that phone in and out, in and out. What I found is that the the dust cover just happens to sit at exactly the right distance from the eyepiece to provide just the right amount of space and allow you to get the most clear image possible. So playing with it was key to getting it to work. Then sighting it in was pretty easy. I took the setup out to a field, put it on a tripod, and pointed it at the top of a cell phone tower about 3 miles away, centered the image up, and then clicked the eyepiece or the red dot over using the adjusters to center the eyepiece. That was it. Very simple, very effective method, and it hasn't moved. And I bumped it a couple of times. Thankfully it hasn't moved, otherwise I wouldn't have any of the footage that I've got. Once again, sorry for the brevity of the video. Like I said, I'm fixing to head into work and I want to put this video up tonight, so I have to get it shot now, and I'm actually a little bit over my time. So thank you all for watching. I'm Jay. Have fun, be safe, and I will see you next time.